You know, Jesus set a really, really high standard. One that I used to think was impossible to follow. I mean, the law said if you killed someone, you're a murderer. And Jesus says if you hate someone, you're a murderer. The law said if you slept with your neighbor's wife, you're an adulterer. And Jesus says if you look at a woman with lust, you're an adulterer. He goes on to say, be perfect as I am perfect. I don't know about you, but I used to think, yeah, that's impossible. And that is impossible if you're trying to achieve that standard in your old nature. You see, when we give our life to Jesus, we're meant to do just that. We're meant to give Him our life. We're meant to die. Your old self, your old nature, your old man is meant to die. And you're born again and then raised into newness of life. And just like Jesus died and was buried in the ground and then rose again on Easter Sunday, we are resurrected into Christ and we take on His nature. 2 Corinthians chapter 5 says that if we're found in Christ, then we are a new creation, a whole new man. Old things have passed away and all things have become new. If we miss that, if we miss this fundamental truth, we're missing out on the most amazing Christian life available to us. And we'll be in total conflict with ourselves, trying to manage our old creation. My good friend Corey Watson once said, the gospel is not old creation management, it's new creation living. You know, we're big Marvel fans in my family, and while my favorite Avenger is, of course, Captain America, my daughter is a big fan of Spiderman, and I love the story of Spiderman. You have this kid, Peter Parker, who's just a normal kid until one day he gets bit by a radioactive spider and everything changed. He became Spider-Man in that moment. In fact, in the movies, you see the venom of the spider go through his veins and his DNA begins to change and he becomes Spider-Man. And the rest of the story is this kid, Peter Parker, trying to come to grips with the fact that he is no longer just a normal kid. He is, in fact, Spider-Man. And at times he rejects the notion because of his insecurity and thinks he's not good enough, or he compares himself to the other superheroes. But at the end of the day, he has to decide, I am Spider-Man, and I have a whole new purpose in life, and that is to save the world. Well, when you gave your life to Jesus, you took on a whole new nature. And in that moment, everything changed. And sure, you can choose to live like a Peter Parker. You can choose to live from your old nature and struggle. Or you can go, you know what? I'm Spider-Man. I have Jesus Christ inside of me. I am a son or a daughter of God. And my job is to change the world. Don't be a Peter Parker. Don't be an old creation management Christian. But live in your new created life and save the world.